Oh boy, do we have a mess. Luckily, I did get a bundle from, just going to put that in there, from killing the Phantom in the last episode, actually. So we could clean things up a little bit, but boy, do we need to do some work. I think some storage and maybe some automation for today's episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to All the Mods 9 to the Sky. So, in the last episode, we expanded this island a little bit and gathered ourselves some resources, improved the sieving that we have here, and just generally went through some of the early game stuff. But now that we've basically gone through this quest line, other than, of course, making some slime, but we need to summon a cow for that, I think it's time to get some early game power and move on to the second point here. For some of this stuff, I want to get myself some pipes, maybe some fly, but it's not as important. But what I would really like to do is automate some filling of things with a sink and maybe make myself a second cobblestone generator to feed some crucibles and get some lava automatically generated too. So let's jump into things and see what we can get up to. First things first, I am going through and just compressing up some things because I want some of the dust. There we go. And bring that over here to make ourselves some clay because we're going to need some terracotta for this sink. Now what happens if I... nothing? What happens if I... nothing? Worth a try. I do know that sand will turn into soul sand though. Cool. And that, when sieved, gives a chance for ghast tears or nether warts. Or spores. What else? Prosperity shards. Nice. A few good things. Nether quartz. Now that's interesting. For now though, that is a little further down the line. I'm going to grab myself these buckets and get the materials that I need for a sink. It would probably pay as well to grab this and just upgrade it. I want to take that to this level, which requires a little bit more iron. Thankfully, I should have a decent amount, which I can mine up to get the raw iron, double that using this hammer, and I should have been doing that from the get-go. We're going to have to put that down just to fire up a few things, and we should be able to get started. This episode is probably now reaching the point where we'll start to cut between actions. I don't need to show you me building everything, so I might get myself another cobble generator. I might get myself some more stuff to make up what I need for over here, and we'll start on the automation process. Yeah. All right. I have got a bit of a plan. It may not look like much has happened since I last left, but I've prepared a bunch of stuff, and I think I'm nearly ready to go. First and foremost, I can make one of these sinks. And that is going to go over here. Well, somewhere there. That'll do for now. I should be able to make some pipes and infinitely fill these with water. The other thing that I've been preparing is for, well, let's mine this. Oh, it needs level iron. Ooh, that was close. You know what? See, that is why I have this searched up. I'm going to make myself a diamond paxel, I think. I've got so many diamonds here. I need 3, 1, and 3. Make ourselves up one of that, and that. And then I can just do this. Oh, amazing. That is going to be so much better. In fact, I'm going to throw the stone pickaxe and axe over the edge. And now, much better. Now, may as well double up my osmium, and I can use this iron dust to make myself some steel dust, like so. I'm going to need 20 pieces of steel. So, I couldn't quite make it. We're going to need some more copper. Okay, we've got some steel cooking, and I should sleep. Now, I definitely didn't also kill that wandering trader and get myself a little bit of leather. We don't talk about that. What I have got though is another cobble gen here, but I haven't upgraded it to the next tier because I used up all of my lava. Now with these porcelain crucibles here, rather than going from a torch to then a campfire and maybe some lava underneath it, I'm going straight to a superheating element from Mechanism. These are fairly simple to make, honestly. Some steel casing, which is just a single piece of osmium and some steel ingots, a bit of glass, and combine that with some copper and some redstone. And you have something that has a melt rate of 60 times. If we look at the melt rates, the melt rate of the campfire was 2. So it is the second highest that you can possibly go below dark matter. So yeah, it should do just nicely. So I'm just making myself up all the steel that I need. I'm going to smelt up 5 pieces of osmium as well. And we're going to get those underneath here and use this with some item pipes to constantly fill these with lava. And then we can take that lava out. And for now, just fill up some basic tanks, but it will be very worthwhile in the long run. One of the options of what you could do is, rather than making a thermo generator, you can make yourself a magmator and fill that with lava. But because they both produce similar amounts, actually no, that's 3.5k generation and that's 40k generation. So if you could provide enough lava to it, it could be worthwhile. The other thing I would be interested to see is whether a superheating element underneath a thermo generator cranks that power up quite a bit as well. Might be some experimentation in our future. This isn't going to take too long to cook, and we do have a few quests here. Some bits and pieces that I have gathered along the way. Ooh, and we just got a water pipe from that. Very nice. Haha. Kill the trader villager and the annoying llamas. Ooh, don't know what you're talking about. Oh, we got a sink as a reward. You're kidding me. Well, it's nice to have a spare one. Cool. Thank you, Alfred. So with my osmium, I can go over and make myself 5 steel casings. We may need to smelt up a little bit more of this copper, but hopefully I've got enough of the redstone as well. Yeah, once we have 20 of those, things are getting hot. Very hot. Now, if we're going to want to be making ourselves some pipes, we're going to need a little bit more iron. Oh, really? It's been raining so much on this island. Do I have any charge left in this diamond wand? Not much. But almost enough. We'll double that, well, as best we can. And at least that way we have a bit of iron ready to go. I might actually just make myself up a second iron furnace like this, and beautiful, and start cooking up the iron dust. With this piece, I can make myself 5 superheating elements. If we hold Shift N, it says a modular, somewhat dangerous radiator that is capable of emitting massive amounts of heat to its surroundings. It's a super simple block, but for us, it means lava. So, place those down there and there with a crucible on top. And I want to make myself some item pipes. Now I've got the fluid pipe over there. I'm going to add the item one and the energy one. The item one is pretty easy. It's just some droppers, but the energy does require a bit of redstone. I personally really like using the universal pipes, but because we are running a little low on redstone to start off with, we're just going to go with the kind of direct version for now. And we can upgrade it later so it looks nicer. And if we look at the fluid pipes, I just need a piece of redstone. There we go. Probably need flint. Do I have another piece of flint? I do. I think it's just like this. Yep, a pipe wrench. And if I go like this, oh, haha, I'm silly. I need the item one for this. The pipes are for out of, and more importantly, like over here. Oh, that's bread. Interesting. So I guess if that's the case, I need a little bit more redstone. We're basically going to probably use our entire supply at this rate. Make 2 of those. And some item pipes. From here, I can output like so. Shift and click on that. And we should start to see that flowing out really nicely. Now, if we shift and look at this, the speed with which that fills up that's a bucket. And how long will it take? That's another half a bucket. And that is 2 buckets. Yeah, they flow pretty fast. In fact, they might be not even fast enough. We might need to add ourselves a basic pipe upgrade to each one. Since I do have some iron nuggets and some iron cooking, let's make 2 of those. There we go. Now we need to work out a way to make use of this nice and quick, but that is probably expandable a couple more on either direction quite easily, and it will make lots and lots of lava. Very nice. Hurry up and hit nighttime so I can get rid of this rain. Now, these can be easily provided with enough water by doing something like this. And now, even without the rain, they will constantly be filled up. I think I don't want that one. The stone barrel can come over towards the lava side of things. For now, anyway. I'll just have to remove that once the rain stopped. Ah, finally. I can also crush up the last of that. Okay. Now, just as an experiment, let's have a look at power and see what it would take to get these started. Capacitors do require a bit of redstone. I think then it's probably worthwhile doing the normal thing where we go through. Oh, mechanism. Nice. See if I get any rewards from this. Just osmium. But this, making a wind generator would be a decent idea. As such, it's probably worthwhile swinging back over to our getting started line, making some power generation, and then making ourselves a metallurgic infuser. Okay, I think that's a good idea. I also might just generate up a few more stacks of, I have some, of this to get some redstone. I think this also has a decent chance of dropping some gold, right? Apparently not. So it might be worth doing a little bit more of a grind on here just to build up my redstone supplies. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And nice. Okay, welcome back. With this last bit of gold here, I have a stack. Nice. And I'm going to use that. I've been cooking up some different bits and pieces because I think I'm going to expand this. I have an idea for next episode, but I need a little bit more lava. But I've been sieving through some stuff here. Got myself 300 plus of the redstone and a bunch of other goodies, which are going to be very helpful for me. But I think it's time to start thinking about upgrading a few bits and pieces. Now I've got this Cobble Gen tier 3 over here, but I think what I would like to do is upgrade these all the way to diamond. We have enough to do both of these Cobble Gens up to diamond, so I think that's probably a good idea. The other thing I'm going to do is make this simple compacting drawer. I think someone in the comments mentioned it on the first episode, I can't remember. I'm filming all of these quite quickly and trying to get the content out for you guys, but if we make a simple compacting drawer, we can go straight to compacted level 1 of the cobblestone, and it's going to hold a lot more than this drawer, especially when we add that to it too. So, and that's done there. I'm going to put half of this gold in there. This is nearly done, and we'll put the rest in there, and we're going to upgrade some things. Okay, bit of gold. I can now make myself a compacting drawer as well. Just make myself the piston and drawer for that. So we have this. And we should be able to, we've got some water buckets there. I've got some lava buckets here. Let's go ahead and make one of those, make a second one of those, grab ourselves 2 more buckets of lava, which is easy enough with this setup here. 2 more buckets of water like so, and bring them up to diamond tier. Lovely. Obviously, that gets us through this. A bunch of experience. Very nice. And other than the diamond and netherite mesh there, we've kind of done everything. I'm going to have to summon a cow to get myself the slime, but it's not as important. Now, making one of these coal generators is obviously very, very easy. I just need 2 of those, 2 torches, some coal, and a machine frame. Boop. I can turn one of these into that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Machine frame, coal generator. That's our first step into some power. So we get a little bit of redstone for our efforts, and we can click on this to complete it. Starting with power and beyond, if we want to get started with automation in ATM 9 to the sky, we'll need to dip our toes further into power. To continue your progression, check out the Getting Started Part 2 to keep moving forward. And this is where we're going to make ourselves a metallurgic infuser. We're also probably going to go ahead and make a summoning altar so that we can, if we click on the uses for this, we can summon a bunch of different things. We could even summon a slime if we had the slime from a cow. But if I scroll through here, just there in that little input, the leather that we got from those llamas should be enough to get us 2 cows, and then we can start breeding. Everything else here seems manageable. Cool. So I'm going to add that to my little list, but we might need to make ourselves a bit of a grass area if I want to get some of that grass that was necessary, this stuff, and if I want to make the altar itself, I'm going to need some red dye, which I can probably just get from bone meal in the grass. Now, first things first, I'm just going to add this over here, and I'm going to put this on top of it for now. We probably need to add some of that to it. Oh yeah, that goes pretty fast. So I no longer need to worry about my cobblestone. We can add some of that to there, but I'm just going to leave it to do its thing. And eventually we'll drain this. I'll take that upgrade and place it on that. We should have enough cobblestone for a very long time. The other one I'm going to use for a project next episode, but we will get to that. So before I finish this episode, I would like to get myself a couple of these wind generators so that we have passive power being generated from the atmosphere. So we'll leave the summoning of cows and the grasslands for the next episode and try and get ourselves these last few things that are going to help us progress forward. Yeah. Okay. Just going to put those away in there. I've got enough copper here for another one of those hammers. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a metallurgic infuser. Need some osmium and some furnaces. The rest of the stuff is pretty simple. Furnaces are easy enough. Redstone's easy enough. I'll just grab half a stack of that. Osmium and some iron. Easy peasy. If we place that down in the middle there and put our metallurgic infuser on top, we've got plenty of coal from doing all of our stuff. They can go in there and start generating some power. Filling that up nice and quickly. Nice. Oh, and we get a free piece of infused alloy. Now, there is options here. It does say to build a platform about 30 blocks away and we can try and get ourselves an ender pearl. There are other ways we can get ender pearls as well, and we'll deal with that once we have a better setup. For now, though, power is what I would like to get going. So if we're building one of these, we got a piece of infused alloy. We need basic control units and some more infused alloy. So power generation. A wind generator is really handy since all you need to do to get it to work is just place it down, place it high up in the sky for it to make more power. We need infused alloy, which can be made with some redstone and just iron ingots. We're going to get that started pretty much straight away. I'm going to make 9. Yeah, 9 seems good. No, I'm going to make a lot more than that. We'll put some more redstone in there and get that running. The next on the list is these basic control units, and that is putting osmium through the same process with the redstone. Once I have the osmium and the all of these bits and pieces, I can put that together with some gold, which should hopefully have been smelting away. There we go. This is why I wanted to get at least a stack. There's the 5, and we just need 2 of these energy tablets. Combined together, it will make us a windmill. Some of these things, sticking with mechanism, it's got an enrichment chamber, which would allow me to like double items, I believe, sort of, for the cost of power. But I think we can, ooh, it does break stuff down. Interesting. And it can kind of turn some things into others. We'll keep it in mind, but power first. I'm going to let this run, and I'm going to I'm going to set up a spot for my windmills. I think just off the edge of here. Then once I have enough materials, I think we'll make about 4 of them. Sounds like a plan. Oh. Our platform's finally big enough that things can spawn. We're going to have to start thinking about lighting. Okay, good to know. Almost there though. Of course it's raining again. But I think I have what I need. Also, I think I'm going to make a carpenter's table just to make some pretty blocks. Because vanilla trapdoors? Nah. How about some nice, heavy oak trapdoors? Yeah. Much better. Cool. So, with this area available to us now, what do I need for this? I'm going to need a bunch of osmium and energy tablets. That means probably some redstone, this osmium that I've put aside, and we should make some toast. Yeah. If I want 4, I'm going to need 8 of these. How many can I make? A good amount. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And hopefully that leaves enough left over to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. We just completed a lot of quests. And toast. Nice. Haha. Okay, let's have a look. Getting started, we got our toast in here. Delightful. Food and farming, we can complete that. And we made ourselves all the stuff for this. We've already got hammers, and we've already got steel. Nice. Progress. Oh, and mechanism stuff too. Got some more infused alloy. And an osmium ingot. Oh, and stuff from here, and stuff from here. I know that I can click at the top right to collect all rewards, but I really find it quite satisfying to go through and click them individually. Nice. Oh, more. Nice. Now I got some fancy stuff. Cool. So now I'm going to grab these windmills and I'm going to put one there, 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 and there. Wind power. Each one of these is only producing 33, but together a total of about 130 is not too bad for starters. We just need to find a way to connect these nicely. Question is, can I rotate them using this pipe wrench? Sometimes it allows you to rotate things. Yeah, look at that. Right click on it. I want the power to go out the back, and we're going to put that out this, out this way. Now, right now we don't have flight, so we're just going to do this a bit of an interesting way. I'm going to have to make myself some, what's this quest here? Another mechanism thing? Of course. Enriched diamond, that's great. But we're going to need to make ourselves some power cables. Is it worth? Do I want to do that through here? Universal cable? Yeah, that's easy enough to make. In fact, I have enough steel on me from my rewards to do that. We'll need a couple more before we get going. 5. Yeah, a few more. Now, eventually, at least until my mid kind of, I've got nostrils. At least till my kind of mid game, I would like to use power. And as such, I would probably like to make an ender cell setup. That does require us to get ourselves some ender pearls and set up a little bit of a system for energizing things. So we're not quite ready for that. Instead, I'm just going to make myself a basic energy cube from mechanism. Osmium, steel, glass, and I need some more iron. I have 4 remaining. Well, 8 remaining now. But with this basic energy core and these universal cables, I'm just going to give myself a central access point that I can probably put these machines down on as I need to use them to start off with. So let's just make ourselves a track across here. Like so. Put that there. Like so. And power storage. Cool. I think that's pretty neat. And I'm debating if I feel comfortable with the idea of them overlapping. Yeah, oh, maybe 6 would be good. Do I do it or do I stick to aesthetics? I think I stick to aesthetics. So this will start charging up. We've got 500,000 power. That's really nice. Means that this essentially becomes obsolete now. I'm going to pick them both up and I'll keep this as a backup. That can go down on top of there. And I've kind of bounced all over the place this episode, haven't I? Just making a bunch of different bits and pieces. We have 512 of that. I've got some random things going on over here. And the idea is that a piece of lava set up over top of these, this is going to be terrible for starters, but nope. What did I say? Let me in. Oh, phew. Let's try and do this a little bit smarter. Stone slabs. Okay. Now. Oh, maybe it's the other way around that I wanted to do. That obviously works that way, but I'll grab that water. Let's grab this. Oh, goodness. What a mess. Do I have some fluid pipes somewhere still? I do. Set that back up. Bring that in from across here for now. And now this time, I think if I put water on top of here, not like that. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, once again. Okay. If I do this, I can basically just click this as much as I like as it fills up and get myself obsidian. That's the kind of, whoa, that was way too close. That's the kind of automation that I'm starting with for now. And if I'm not mistaken, an item pipe like so. Oh, clear out inventory and stuff. But an item pipe out of there, a chest real quick. Does this work? Yes. So we can probably set ourselves up, obviously not exactly like this, but I can set myself up with a few things of automation, some of it related to lava over top of witch water, and some of it related to water over top of lava. That's going to be really helpful. The obsidian is going to be useful for a bunch of things like absorption hoppers and these ender gates that I'm going to use at some point. But we need to do a little bit more expansion and work out a more permanent setup than just random corners organized. I need to actually do some laying out of some items and see what happens. For now, I think I'll just leave this silly little contraption as a proof of concept, and we'll think about what we're going to do as far as expanding this and getting some more important stuff. But hey, obsidian means we could go to the nether. That's pretty nice. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff to collect. Starting power storage, even iron furnaces. More power. A single wind turbine isn't a lot of power, so here are some ways to make more. And that's where it starts going into thermogenerators, the skyblock way where you use a magmatic dynamo. We could possibly make use of that. That would be fun. Yeah, plenty to do. And this is where it starts getting into things like the, what's it called? Project E. That's going to be very important to us. Refined storage and the automation. I think maybe we try and tackle that in the next episode. Hopefully this has been enjoyable. A bunch of mucking around and making some things. This was the main stuff that I wanted to get sorted in this episode so that we had some power generation at hand and some power storage in hand. Next time, I have an idea for my lava and we're going to do some serious expansion and making some room for some proper setups. I didn't get some storage done, so it's a bit ambitious, but I think next episode, storage, base expansion, and start automation. The storage and automation kind of go hand in hand. Either way, I think that's what I want to aim for, but I'm going to leave this episode here, and I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters for your continued support, and thank you for the support on the first episode. I really appreciate you guys popping in and commenting, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you're looking forward to more. I'm not going to be able to keep this pace up forever as things get a little bit more complicated, and I have another series that I do need to work on at the same time. But I'll try and provide a bunch of fun content for you guys to watch on the Sky series and see where it takes us. So with all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed, and until the next episode, I hope you all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye, everyone. Oh, it's nighttime. Whoop!